right.
I think I have a...
Look, we're doing a car video. Have you ever done a car video? I haven't.
I don't think so.
You don't think so? You have, well, life experience is bigger than mine.
Well, I also have a terrible memory. Short and long term.
Short and long term.
Yeah.
Do you really?
It's all the crack. I'm just kidding.
So my memory is one contiguous line of everything. So if you ask me a birthday, any birthday will do. And so I put all birthdays together in one gigantic big pile.
Do you know my birthday?
What day?
Yeah.
Are we the same? July 21st?
No.
No, I don't know your birthday.
I'm August 23rd.
August 23rd.
Yes.
Oh, happy birthday. We only missed it by a week.
Oh, thank you.
Well,
yeah, it was just another Tuesday. I worked and
watched
TV afterwards. So.
Well, that's not any fun.
Well, it's like, what can you really do on a Tuesday? I didn't want to feel like crap the next morning.
Yeah, you know, I saw a Carrie Underwood concert, which was on a Wednesday. And everybody that asked, oh, I want to go, but Wednesday sucks. Hey, go ahead, turn it so it's more your face than my face. Oh. Everybody's seen my face a million times.
I don't want it to fall.
Well, I drop it all the time. So, you know, if I was professional, I'd have the GoPros and I'd have the little things stuck everywhere. Instead, I got this cell phone propped up on top of a napkin.
It works.
And then it's working.
Yeah.
So far, we even went over railroad tracks and it didn't fall.
Nice.
So, anyway, like I say, the more time I end up with you, then I'll end up with thumbnails that are you.
That's crazy. I didn't know you couldn't pick that.
When you first start, no, they don't.
That's
you have
really
to get to a
horse.
certain level, and then they do it. So there's two ways to get to my place. There's a windy way, and then there's a direct route.
I would think the direct route.
I'm going to take you the direct route so you can learn it, but that's also a way to my place.
Interesting.
Yeah. And there's the Smithville School. If you ever send your kids to this school, that's where they'd be going.
I don't ever see us living out here. I don't know. This town is weird.
You know,
to me.
You saw all the hippie stuff that's just right up my alley. The breakfast shops, and then when I was first here in the Bastrop area, Smithville was pretty dead.
Yeah.
And so now it's really come alive. And I think, going back to the Hope Float thing, I think honestly that injected a new way of thinking into the country life, right?
Yeah.
And so they are attracting. They did many of the Walking Deads here, right? What else did they do? They do a whole bunch of movies here.
I have no idea, but I'll always have a lingering memory of this from what happened in high school, and because I never really came out to Smithville, so my memories here are, extremely, like, a handful, small. It's a big cemetery, and so. But speaking of cemeteries,
with just three families, like. I'm not exaggerating too much. It's just old families out in that cemetery.
Wow. So yeah, my friend, my best friend, she's still my best friend to this day, but she got really mad at me because me and my friend heard about this old bridge out here where some slaves were hung.
No, this sounds like a high school witching story.
Urban legend.
Yeah, urban legend.
Yeah.
Right.
So who knows? I don't really know. I don't know the backstory, but we heard, that there were some slaves hung out there and it was haunted and you can hear weird stuff at night. So we told her, hey, let's go drink and, smoke out here. And so we told her, it's dark, it's out in the middle of this, out of nowhere, and there's a bunch of trees and it's windy and it's just creepy.
That's perfectly scary.
Yeah, and then we tell her, and she refuses to get out of the car, and she got so mad at me, so mad. She goes, I'm not into this weird crap, and blah, 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 blah. And she wouldn't let me get out of the car, because my friend...
Well, the ghost could have kidnapped you.
Right, they could have taken her away.
Yeah.
And our other friend, rode in his car, so he got out or whatever, and he said he heard a heartbeat, but I don't know.
It was his own heartbeat for being scared, and young and dumb.
It could have been in his head,
Did you actually find this haunted bridge? Oh, twist it a little more. It's losing your face.
So, well, not necessarily we didn't, but the thing is, we went a little further up the road, and she was going to turn around, and there was all these other high schoolers. You know, we're from Bastrop, they're Smithville, so I guess
they got a fight.
You know, there's this
high school,
opposition. We were just trying to turn around. This big buff dude comes and opens her door.
Aw, it scares a little girl.
And
he goes way down in my rank. That's why I always carry a pistol.
I mean, he was also in high school.
Yeah.
And he comes and opens the door, and he's like, "What are you doing?" And it's not private property. It's it's like the end of some road.
But one small country Texas town has got to hate the next door neighbor.
Yeah, well, he didn't know we were from Bastrop.
He didn't?
No. He was like, he can't identify a car from, So she's just trying to turn around. He opens the door. He's like, what are you doing here? And he's like cussing and screaming at her. And I was like, Amy, shut the door. And he's like, I'll break your tires off this car, blah, 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 blah. He must have been on something, dude, just to like be
so
going that crazy.
Yeah. So instantly.
And he's like, where are you from? We're like, we're from Bastrop. We're just trying to go home, dude. And he's like, I don't know. He was enraged. I don't remember what all he said.
He could have been a ghost.
No.
I don't know. You started out
wearing
with
a wife
story.
Beater.
Not all ghosts are good ghosts. You got to have the redneck hillbilly ghost too. The slave owner ghost had to be out there.
Jeez. So yeah, we finally turned back around. We're just like both of us.
I'm glad you both survived.
What a night!
And cute girls getting yelled at. This guy was definitely strung out.
Yeah, for sure. Or possessed, or one of the two.
Or both.
Or just insane.
Just angry.
Yeah.
Just an angry young man. Testosterone's a hell of a drug. It does make men insane.
Probably, or small pee-pee syndrome, something, Probably all of the above.
All muscles, no go. Yeah, probably all of the above.
Yeah, but...
Probably had the truck with the big tires parked around it. So did you find the bridge?
Yeah, we did.
You did?
Yeah, and so that's where we were parked, right next to,
see.
And then we drove up a little further to
turn around. Yeah. There's a bunch of old, cool, very dangerous bridges to go on. So I wonder if that bridge is still here or if they've torn it down. It's long gone.
Honestly, no idea. I don't even know what it was called. I was 16.
I'm going to have to, I'll go back to that coffee shop. I'll ask that one girl working there that's a senior. She knows the haunted bridge.
Yeah,
so she'll know.
Probably, yeah.
I'll ask her next time.
Yeah, because in Bastrop, we had our little spot that was a hangout called the Cliffs, but it didn't have any urban legend behind it. It was just beautiful. But now, I love that place. You walk up, you park on a hill, and then you walk up in between these, like, narrow tree path, and then you walk up onto the cliff, and then you can just see the Colorado River, a giant golf course, just miles and miles of land, and it is so beautiful. I just remember being, like, taken aback whenever my friend first brought me up there. I was like, what is this? This is in Bastrop? Like,
it is gorgeous.
This is so cool. But can't really go out there anymore now, because now they have purple spray painted signs up.
Oh.
So I'd rather not get shot today.
No, yeah.
I did.
It's a sign of somebody who's too angry to share.
That, well, they probably got tired of all these high schoolers going and partying
probably
up there,
some kid drowned on the property and they got sued for jumping from the cliff.
I mean, I think I did sneak up there one night, though, when I was drunk. Like, maybe 2-3 years, about 2 years ago. We were up there for 5 minutes. I was like, yeah, it's dark out there. We were quiet as hell. We parked quite a ways away, so, and it was probably like 10, 11 at night, so those people were probably at least almost asleep or something, but luckily made it out alive, obviously. And that's what I was gonna say. I did hear at one point, before the purple signs were up, just one night we were drinking, having a good time, my friends, and we hear this low growl and like stuff walking through the trees, like down below. And I don't know if it was a cow or something, but it didn't sound like a cow. And there's no cows out there either. And it's like right along the riverbank. And it sounded like this like ginormous animal. And it was just like, I can't imitate.
Totally, you scared me.
Oh my gosh, I can't imitate the sound, but it was like a low like.
Oh, push up towards your face again.
There was a low. It keeps wanting to go to you.
It does. I'm so attractive.
It was like a loud huff or grunt or something. I don't know, but it was just like you could hear it, like the trees being moved.
You can hold it while we try that. No, there you got it.
I don't want to.
So this,
I don't want to.
Okay, so the male cattle do make a
yeah.
Right, so they do that one, especially when they're looking for a heifer, to hook up with.
Heifer.
But I was surprised as a kid growing up. I ran into wildcats, and they scream like a woman being murdered.
Yes, I have heard that.
Oh my gosh, that will put the hair stand on the back of your neck. So little tiny animals sometimes have these enormous voices. So this is the same road that, going back to Hope Floats, which I have never seen in its entirety. And I'm going to have to watch it. It's part of, for me to be an official Smithsonian, I have to watch that movie. But this is the church that was featured in that movie.
Interesting.
And
another cemetery.
And another cemetery. All the different, looks like lots of German names. We'll pull in here and get a good feel. So they actually still use this church from time to time. It's a pretty church. I don't know how much, my farm is just, if you could go this way, it's just through the woods that way. But what happened in 1892 is Fayette County and Bastrop County had a little jog. And in 1892, they deleted the jog for some reason or another. My property was on where the former jog is. So all the roads went from being publicly funded to being private. So the old guys that I meet out here, and they're all in their late 70s to 90s, they remember their dads pulling wagons out of these trails when the roads became abandoned. So that's a good story to have, right? So anyway, my driveway is an old pioneer road, and it doesn't even look like a road anymore. It looks like a hayfield. But anyway, we'll look at the Hope Floats thing here.